It's rolling.
Let's see. Previously on Curse of Strahd, you had left Crest, both Anna and Rillirn, making your way to Castle Ravenloft. There, in the carriage, Rillirn, you were trapped inside a sarcophagus, a coffin, and carried to Vallaki, where you met up with Amadeus. You had an hour before the carriage would carry on to the castle, and in that time you were able to obtain your spell book, also discovering that Lady Voctor is leading some sort of demonic cult. You stole back your spell book from an altar where a picture of Anna read, "The Final Bride." You took back that book, and the carriage left shortly after, the three of you now together. You arrived at Castle Ravenloft, you taken aside by Rahadin, who threatened that you have 7 other vials of holy water sewed within your stomach, and that if you misstep, or should I say, Vladimir missteps, he would play his flute, bursting those vials, killing the both of you, or at very least expelling Vladimir from your corpse for a decent amount of time. At the same time, Amadeus, you were met by Van Richten up in your room, where he was hatching plans, all while you were at dinner as a distraction. You came down, talking to Strahd, discovering many secrets about the land and about yourselves, and after dinner, you proceeded back to your room, where Van Richten had just destroyed a coven of witches that apparently were housed just above you. He came back with a map, which he gave to you, and told you of his plans to destroy something along the lines of a crystal heart, which is said to give him another form of false life. You stayed for a moment, and later met up with Strahd, who then offered to return to you your wife's arm for the holy symbol of Ravenkind. You, after this conversation, decided to leave the castle, taking the holy symbol and the map with you. Shortly after your conversation, though, with Van Richten, Anna had overheard this conversation and interrupted Van Richten in the stairwell. There, the two of them at arms, Rillirn came down to defuse the situation. Van Richten went on his way, and the two of you together told Strahd, to which he said not to worry, he would set Rahadin on the situation. He then proceeded to leave you at the castle to spend the night, telling you that he would be your tutor, and you his pupil, that he would give you a series of books and help train you up in your magical abilities. All the while, he took Annalie, or Tatiana, out on a final date, where, after leading her down to the village of Barovia, they followed Ismark, the current burgomaster of the town, in his drunken stupor back up to the castle, where he met up with Gertruda, a young girl that, upon your first visit to the village, you remember going missing. The two of them, confused, him in love with her and her in love with Strahd, embraced, and in that one moment of happiness for the two of them, Strahd suggested to Anna that they end their suffering here in this one final twisted moment of bliss. The two of you did so, killing them and drinking their blood before proceeding out to the terrace. There, together, Strahd knelt down on one knee and proposed to you, offering to give you anything that you wish and you wished for forever, to which he said he would grant. But only if you gave him something in return, your soul. Rillirn Meanwhile, in the castle, running about, trying to waste time before Vladimir would finally leave him. Dawn had come, and just as Anna and Strahd embraced, Rillirn, you found the faintest bit of light streaming through some of the chapel windows. Amadeus, you are currently in Vallaki, and that is where we're going to start. Amadeus, you are in your house. You went to bed, your wife greeting you. You told her of the deal that Strahd wished to make with you. And with no definitive answer, the two of you went to sleep. You now lie in your bed and are suddenly stirred as morning seems to have come. It's quite early. What do you do?
Just gonna get up and walk around, check the house out. Is the floor still not fixed?
It is not. And your wife isn't in bed.
Wife's not in bed. I'm gonna go look for her.
As you step out into this main hall, your living room, you hear the faintest crackling of embers, and then another noise, a scraping upstairs. As you walk around, come up the staircase, you just reach that top step. Ooh.
And then it breaks.
Lopsided. The whole house falls apart.
This house is terrible.
Where?
Ooh. Too bad.
Up here. Oh man. This is way more lopsided.
It's not structurally sound.
It's not. Up here, you see Lenore sitting in the window. Her legs curled up to her chest. She sits there in the windowsill, staring out, and you actually see, for your first time in Barovia, an orange dawn. Faint in the horizon line. Between the haze of smoke and mist, you see the faintest bit of color in the landscape.
You said she's sitting on the windowsill.
She has her back to you.
Is there enough room to sit next to her?
It's a small window, no.
Alright, I'll go walk around to her.
You walk up behind her, and by the time you even get there, it seems the color has faded from the sky and returned to a dull gray morning. She hears you coming and turns her head slightly, but stays looking out that window, searching for something in the sky.
You're up early.
Couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I struggle to sleep too. A lot of things on my mind. Not sure what to do.
I know.
I'm gonna have to go back at some point.
To the castle?
Yes. There's two choices. Either he gets it, make a deal, or gonna have to try to kill him. I really don't see the other way.
She turns to you, not saying anything, but she looks and places her one good hand there on your chest. You have work.
I forgot about that. Been busy, so. Well, I'll be off, but I'll be back to check on you.
Okay.
We'll figure this all out.
She gives you something of a smile before turning back out to the window.
I'm gonna exit.
You do your your stairs creaking, the banister a little bit shaky as you come down. And there you see that same spot on the floor, the stain not fixed. Proceed to get ready for going out to your duties, where you make your way to the guard tower. As you talk with the men, you overhear them, all sorts of things, the goings on of the town. You hear that there's some sort of festival being planned, something that you thought was over with in this town, but people are saying it's something of a secret. No one really seems to know what it's about.
Do any of the guards know? Or anything at all?
You see a pair of them talking to each other. They're kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. My wife, she was asked to come in. I don't know. I think she's weaving something.
What are you guys talking about?
No, nothing, sir.
That's not true.
Oh, just
tell me.
I don't know. There's my wife got called in to ask. Lady Wachter asked her with to help with something. I don't. It's nothing. Not a big deal. Nothing really.
Is there something going on?
That's what we're trying to find out. It's just strange, really. We think Lady Wachter is not going to have any more festivals, and here we are. It seems there's something. Well, there seems to be a lot of people in and out of Lady Wachter's house these days.
That's odd. Well, thank you. How's guard duty going?
Well, sir, nothing true to report.
Question: do you ever see an old lady come in here selling pies?
Oh, yes, Morgantha.
Yeah. Can you not let her in?
Oh, is this an order from Lady Wachter, or?
No, this is an order from me.
Right, it might be more difficult for her to sell the pies if she's not within
That's
the walls.
That's her, I guess.
Is there something I should know about, sir?
No, this is just my order. I'm telling you to do it.
Right then. Yes, sir.
Thank
You see him kind of eye one of the other men, just like they turn kind of back away, not really acknowledging. They go back, staring out kind of over the trees.
Well, they're gonna leave Wachter's house.
Okay. Yeah, you head down from the gatehouse, make your way through the street. You pass the Arisek stockyard and there into the main square. You see, indeed, there are several people heading in and out the front door of the house. Some kind of sitting out on a bench just outside, conversing with each other. They don't really pay you any mind, so you just walk straight up to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the door's open. Someone had just exited. They actually hold the door. Oh, hey, you all set?
Thank you.
Yeah. And then kind of continue out back into the street. As you walk inside, people are sort of bustling in and out. You see a door open, but the person kind of steps and closes it behind them very carefully. There's seems to be some other commotion going on inside. It's very lively. There's a whole lot of chatter and people talking, running back and forth. No, over there. Yes. Blue. Make it green. Green. Yes. Amadeus. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just want to talk, want to chat. I haven't seen you since
To chat? Did you clock off already?
No, they're running. The guards are running fine right now, so
Very good.
just gonna check in. What's this I hear about the festival?
Festival.
The word's going around, so
The festival's the wrong word. It's a sort of private party. Nothing anyone should concern themselves with. Everyone's being paid for their labor, and it's by all means, it's not mandatory.
Okay.
Does that ease your concerns?
Right.
Do you think I'm something of a baron myself? No. Baroness. It's quite different.
Yes, quite. Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. Just want to make sure everything's going good. Anything you need from me?
I need from you. Oh, quite the position you put me in. What could I ask for? Let me see. First, tell me how the wife is.
She's doing better.
Good.
Yes.
And your sister?
Off somewhere. I have no idea.
She is always having adventures. Well, you know, I have missed your friend, Rillirn, the wizard. Where is that man?
I also don't know where he is.
No?
Off doing wizardy things, I guess.
Roll for deception.
Dang.
That's 13. I have -1 deception.
Well, there you go.
She looks at you.
You
You see it? You see it in that
You got a
little...
20.
Nah.
Oh
She
my
looks at you. Very well. I'll be about. Nothing at the moment, but I will come by if I think of anything. Thank you for asking.
Of course.
You, come here. She goes and kind of trails off down the hall.
I will make my way out.
You do that and kind of continue the day going about checking in on the different guard towers, going from one to the other. You see a pair of men at the south gate. It's the smallest of the gates, really more of a door built into the side of the wall there. But you actually catch one of them asleep, and the other one, he seems to be playing with something in his lap. So he looks up and he kind of spills little pieces of some sort of game or something, goes spilling out there on the floor.
What's going on here?
Goes and kicks the other man. He startles awake.
Sir?
Not get any sleep last night?
Well, not too much, sir.
Everything okay?
For the most part, just them damn wolves, I suppose.
Well, if you have anything going on, just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Just try to stay awake.
Yes, of course.
Your job's to guard, so.
Sorry, yes. It's just not very much happening at this gate at this moment.
I understand, but you never
Nothing
know.
to report.
You wouldn't know you were sleeping.
Well, yes, it won't happen again, I swear it. On my children's lives, I swear it.
Okay. I will be back to check at some point, so.
Certainly.
You go back out into the street, and there you hear the ringing of a bell off around some corner. You hear it, the faintest, the sound of people walking. Seems to be some sort of crowd gathered around. As you round that corner there, you see her far off, her cart rolling through the street. Morgantha, she sells her pies. Oh, for you, dear? Yes, of course. And many people are lined up. There's a crowd of about 20 to 30 people.
Did she just get there? She's been there for a while.
You hadn't seen her before when you came this way last, but perhaps she was down another road. You're not really certain. But she's gathered quite a crowd in however long she's been there. Many taking their pies, them eating them in the street before they can even make it back to their houses.
Okay, I'm gonna go walk up to her.
You sort of have to push through a crowd of people. Oh, watch it. Oh, excuse me, sir. One man kind of stands there.
Wait your turn.
I'm the head of the guards. I'll do what I want.
You'll wait your turn if you
No.
know what's good for you.
Absolutely not. Move out of my way, please.
Roll for intimidation.
Oh,
What do you get?
terrible.
5? Yeah, no.
You guys push him out of my way.
He's a big guy.
Gently.
He's a very big guy. Yeah, go for it. Roll for strength.
Oh, damn it.
What'd you get?
7.
7? Okay. Yeah, you kind of stand there in contention with him. His strength matching to yours. So you kind of...
Wait your damn turn.
Yeah.
You can tell he's getting very upset. You push him much further, and he might become violent. You're about 5 people behind in line.
Can I just walk around?
Yeah, you can do that. You go, and you sort of go and have to take a long way as he sort of blocks you. But not wanting to leave himself, is waiting there as he steps forward. You see a smaller woman. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. She sort of leaves, looking back up at you. She pulls her coat back over herself a little bit. And continues off rather skittish. Everyone seems very much, there's some people that seem very, very well rested and calm and at ease, and then others that are itching, terribly skittish for these pies. Morgantha doesn't even seem to look up at you, as she just, of course, and here you are. Who's next? You, sir. And she continues to serve the other person off. You're off to her side.
How many people are in line right now?
There's about 15 more.
You know what? I'm just gonna wait in line.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a moment here, but she's moving rather quickly with how many more. As you progress in line, it seems more people have come back. You see now, it seems families have come together. People and their children, some holding infants as they walk with them, patting them. Oh, it'll be just fine. It'll be just fine. Behind you in line. So you continue to walk forward until eventually you get up to her and she goes, oh, dearie, how many pies would you like?
0. How many pies you got actually?
A fair amount. Enough
I
for
want
all.
The exact amount.
That might take a moment to count them.
Sure, it won't take you long.
16 more pies.
How much for 1 pie?
1 gold piece.
I don't know what you're playing with this one.
How many can I put you down for?
I don't want any. I'm just letting you know. You will not be allowed this down here very soon.
Is that so?
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's really is a shame. Perhaps I'll have to move along.
Yeah, so somewhere else.
But where will I go? An old woman like me.
Somewhere you'll find a place. I'm sure.
I will.
Why don't you go to Crest?
To Crest, perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps I will go to Crest.
That's weird.
Thank you. Now, I'll just finish selling these nice fresh pies, and then you won't see me again.
Or you can leave now. You've sold enough.
Have I? I've counted 16 more. 16. And look at this. There seems to be enough people willing to buy them.
You know what? I'll take 1.
You will.
Yeah.
Oh. Splendid. Cherry all right with you.
Doesn't matter.
Oh. Then here you are, sir. That is 1 gold. Thank you. You have a splendid day.
Of course. I'm gonna walk away and then go find a place to trash it.
Okay.
She's throwing on the
You do
ground
that,
right
and
there.
people kind of.
Would've been
I was
awesome.
thinking about it, but then people are gonna like start eating it off the ground for all I know.
That's fair.
That makes sense. The woman
They were-
behind you, very anxious, finally just like waiting for you to be done before she steps forward, and then, thank you, yes. And she continues to pay for the pie, and she starts scarfing it down right there, running kind of off through the streets, grabbing, she goes to the ground and begins to pick up the crumbs that she's dropped. Continue to walk.
Is there like a place I can figure out what's in the pie?
You do know of an alchemist shop. You visited there with your wife, Lenore, when you were ravens, trying to get incense.
I'll go there.
Okay.
He doesn't know me.
You go there. He's a deaf man, And as you try and converse with him, it's very difficult conversation. How long do you plan on spending there?
Is there something I can write with? A piece of paper?
You want to use this?
Do you actually want to write?
Okay, we'll say yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you write?
Need to know the ingredients of this pie. That's all.
He goes and writes back to you. His handwriting sort of messy and scribbled, but he tries his best, his hands shaking, to make it very clear. He says, come back in 5 hours. You continue back out from there. And
I thought he's a deaf man.
we will now go to Anna.
What did you do? Oh my gosh.
The right moment here.
That fucking sleeping guard.
That was so good. You were young because you weren't asleep.
It's like,
Yeah, good.
Anna, you were out on the terrace with Strahd. It was dawn, and after your proposal, after your kiss, the two of you walked in together, proceeded back inside the castle, surrounded by this hue of orange light that had crept over the mountains and spilled out into the valley below. It seemed even the stained glass windows were alit with color for the first time and cast all sorts of shapes, swirling patterns on the floor. As you entered the castle, and he proceeded to lead you back towards the master bedroom. There, as a gentleman might, he stops at your door and opens it for you. I do not wish this night to end. But it seems even the dawn has come. I have some matters to attend. There is, of course, the ceremony. I will try not to stay away for too long. But you have had a very full day and a very full night. I bid you rest.
Do you want me to stay here in the castle?
Of course. You may spend the day as you will.
When do you want our wedding to be?
There will be a matter of preparation. But I have many friends. And with their help, I suppose a week?
A week.
Is that too soon? Do you need two? I might offer you a second.
One is fine. What do I do? I mean, it's our wedding as well. I don't know what to prepare.
I will have the dress made for you. Of course, there is nothing you must worry about.
But you can't see it first.
I will not. If you wish, you might visit Lady Vallaki within the town of Vallaki. I am told that you are good friends.
She is a good friend of mine.
Yes, if you have any questions, you might talk to her.
She does have a way with dresses.
She does.
So return to Vallaki.
if you wish, or you may stay here.
I see.
Take the night, of course, and I'll be with you shortly.
Do you know where Rillirn is? I know he's somewhere at the castle.
He looks almost as if searching the castle in his mind before turning back to you. For the life of me, I do not. It seems he was not in his room.
I see.
No matter.
But you make sure that he's okay before you tend to your matters.
Of course. He stands there a moment, contemplating something deeply. There's a word on his tongue and he doesn't want to say it. He's searching for the words.
But I can see that.
You can see that kind of in his face as he stands there a moment, paused in time.
What? What is it? I can see you have something that you want to say.
I asked you last time you were here at this castle if you believed in fate. The sands of time, that they might stop. Or some magic, some true love. But in this, even now it occurs to me, perhaps this was fated all along, this path to take. That it is only some illusion, but we think we might break it. You see in his face, something drops in him. He would never express fear, but he has some sense of doubt in his face, but only for a moment. He quickly recovers it. You have had a very long night. Please, I will let you rest.
Will you be okay?
Certainly. I will be with you soon. He goes, and as he walks down the hall, the door seems to close gently behind him. You're once again left alone in your room. As the sun dawns, you see heavy curtains that were pulled back for the night. Their strings tied as the faintest bit of gray sunlight comes spilling through that window into the room. You, exhausted from the time spent awake, find yourself hopelessly at the mercy of whatever human volition you have left. You are tired, and you hate that you are susceptible to still such a human nature. But as you lay there on your bed, you slowly begin to drift. The thoughts of the day swirling in your mind. You see images of all that's occurred. Your walk in the woods. The look on Ismark's face as he looked at Gertruda. And then his expression as you went to his throat and drained him of all that life that he had. Images flash and you think back to your time spent walking through that castle, the grandeur of it all, the architecture, and then the crypt, the names you read there. And that thought of Sasha, it's a name you hadn't heard before. staked through the heart, Olia run down by dogs. You know there are others. It's been some 500 years almost. But as you drift off to sleep, your eyes open again, and you're no longer staring at the ceiling of that bedroom. You're staring at some cracked stucco of another house. You see the slats of wood between them in that crack there, and it takes you a moment before you realize you're no longer in the same bed. It's oddly comforting in some strange way, and at the same time very disturbing, because you're no longer in the castle. You smell something now. Bread? A bakery? And it smells delicious to you. And that's strange too in itself, because for some time, food has revolted you. What do?
I get it.
You swing your feet out from under the covers, and you go to that door on the far side of the room there. You open it, and you find you're in a very large, fairly nice house. But it is no castle. You hear the sounds of someone downstairs, maybe in the kitchen.
I had that right.
You walk down these stairs, and as you do, you kind of creep, peeking between the balusters, when you see a man. You know him. Thornbolt is what you call them, Thornbolt, or Thorn. And now it comes to you, Durst. That's your name. Sasha Durst. It comes back to you, two memories, the whole of your life that you've experienced before, and yet a completely different life that you've had with this man. It's still being pieced together, but you remember much of it. You remember meeting him out in the town square. You remember taking long walks through the neighboring woods, picnics in the cemetery. In fact, as you think about it, you recognize the name. You're in the village Barovia. You're not sure how long ago this was, but as you come down the stairs, he looks to you and goes, "Oh, would you hand me that over there?" You see he's kneading some bread there on the countertop. He doesn't even look at you fully, for it's just another day, and you're his wife. Just, that's knife. Would you pass it to me, please? He continues to work on the bread. What do you do?
Okay, I'll grab it for him.
Yeah, you walk over there strangely. You even find yourself moving around this island that you've checked your hip on more than once, and it's bruised you. Muscle memory and all of it taking you. You think it's strange, but you go and take the knife, it's familiar. You've used it yourself. As you hand it to him, he looks up to you only for a moment. You see his eyes, and thanks. And just in that passing, you love him. You've loved him for 13 years. You've been married to him. And then you hear another noise. Something in another room.
I go check it out.
As you creep back towards that main entrance hall, you look over past it to a small living area, couches before a large bay window, and there, out on a carpet, a rug a little tow-headed child. He's maybe 4, as he plays there with a little stuffed doll that you got him last year when a traveling merchant sold it to you. It's a Blinsky doll from Vallaki. You know his name, Gustav.
Can I call his name out? I see it.
Yeah, he looks up to you, and you see his eyes brown like his father's, his hair darkening. Then at the roots, you can tell it'll grow to a sort of dirty brown by the time he's maybe 6 or 7. As he gets up, Mom, look! He shows you his doll. It's that of a little knit toy knight. And he's swinging a little sword. See, look! As he swings it around, he kind of goes and just leans there on your leg a moment. And you smell the bread cooking in the other room. Your husband you see he's cut himself on something. Damn it! Just a moment of pure, plain, simple life. A moment of frustration. You get a little knot in your chest because you don't like it when he acts angry in front of Gustav, but it's strange, the simplicity of it, the normalcy of it, how easily it all comes back to you. You progress to watch this play out. As he finishes baking the bread, you sit there with the child who continues to play with their toy. And eventually he pulls the bread out of the oven. Sasha, you come try this? I don't know if I did it right. It's strange. It's not risen the way it used to. Sasha? You see him kind of poke his head out of the kitchen. What are you doing?
I think I'm in a dream.
What? I know I'm handsome, but
No, nothing. I just had a weird dream. Another one.
Tell you not to nap in the middle of the day. Come, please, test this. It has raisins in it, but they're just, I don't know if they've gone sour or...
Do I know where we are?
You're in the village, Barovia.
And I know that. Thorn, can I ask you something? As I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
What year is it?
What year is it?
Yes.
Are you trying to trick me?
No, I'm not.
528.
What year is it?
You were in 7 something, 742.
Never thought
Is,
about that.
does the Lord Strahd still live in the castle above this village?
I suppose. But you know the stories. Why are you asking me this? He hands you a piece of the bread. He goes and he uses his bread knife to cut another one.
I just had a weird dream, that's all. Just a weird dream.
A knock at the door sort of cuts you off. He goes, like holding up his finger.
Do you want me to get it?
Would you?
Yes, I can get it.
He goes over and kind of cleans off his bandage. It's all
Okay,
sort of
front
bloody.
door.
As you go to that door, you open it up without any hesitation, as it's your door. You've opened it so many times before, but as you do, you get this overwhelming scent that suddenly strikes another memory in you. One not of Sasha, but one of Anna, perhaps of Tatiana, or whoever else you might have been. And you see him there, Strahd. He looks down at you. Pardon, miss, but I could not help myself. I smelled the bread cooking, and I could not help but ask, is it for sale?
Strahd.
My name is Vasily. He bows, sort of smiling, but he can tell there's something in you that lit his face up in a smile that he can't really hold back. So he sort of bows to you. And you are?
I think yours know. Why are you going by a different name? I know who you are.
That moment drifts. Seems to slip like vapor. So concrete as it was, you hope that it wasn't a dream, that life that you had. But again, like black fog tendrils seem to stream away until they form again. It's not the same day. You're not wearing the same clothes. You're still Sasha. You're sitting on your couch. Your child, Gustav, he's asleep. His head in your lap. You're stroking his hair, and suddenly you've regained this consciousness. You hear another knock at the door, and it startles you. But you hear your husband. I have it. He goes to the door, opening it up. And there you see a young woman. You don't recognize her at all. She goes, oh, pardon me, sir. I see your wife is home. Hello. She goes looking at the child. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. He goes, Sasha, I want you to meet Morganta.
As soon as she said, sweet child you got there.
But I am conscious of this, like,
You are. She is to man the mill for us. Her family is a long line of bakers, and I spoke to her father, and she said that she will be running things now.
I stand up
Pardon me.
and I'm going to go to the door.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you later, but she will not be taking over the mill. Please, just leave this to me.
The woman there is. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to offend.
Do I recognize her?
You don't. It's a strange thing. Not anything in her seems familiar. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
No, can I tell him to, can you please just give us a second?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Morganta, I'm sure we'll sort this out. Just okay. One moment. He kind of goes over to Gustav. He looks behind him, but picks up the child, holds him, still asleep, puts a hand on his head, and goes walking up the main stairs, upstairs to the boys' room. You're left there alone with Morganta.
Okay, right.
Yes, miss.
I'm sorry, but we will not be selling the belt to you.
Oh, I'm not buying it. I'm just going to work in it for you.
Who's buying it? Or are you just going to be working in it?
I'm just working, and it's still your mill. Your husband wouldn't sell it to me. I know how important your business is to you, and the bakery and everything, but I'm sorry, my father thought it would be a good fit. He was also a baker's boy when he was young, and he thought that maybe this work would... I'm so sorry.
You're fine. It's just not the right fit.
Certain. I'm sorry to bother you. Sorry. She goes and kind of walks off. She looks to be crying. She puts her hands up to her face and continues off down the road. The memories seem to drift again. You watch her as she walks. She seems to part through a veil of mist, and that tails behind her until it coalesces into some sort of strange river of smoke. And the images reform themselves. You're now in the kitchen. You're making dinner. And there's this pit in your stomach. Your child plays there on the floor at your feet with his toys. And your husband was supposed to be home a day ago, but he's at the mill. You hear a knock at the door.
Oh my God. You texted her, didn't you?
I did not. This is set up.
Right now, quick.
You hear a knock at that door, and your stomach jolts because you think it's your husband.
Do I have maybe the inclination to look first out the window? Or
Sure.
would I just have opened it?
Up to you.
Can I check the window first?
You check, pulling back the curtain at the side, and you see a black carriage. You do. In that moment, you open that door, everything again seems to fade. And with that, we go to Rillirn.
God, you're so remarkable. That's why the way she is. It's your fault.
It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
That's why she did it.
I hope I came to the future.
I don't think you did.
No.
I just think you made it the future. Good job.
Figure it out.
Rillirn.
Dang.
Where'd your face go?
Who's coming up?
There's no theme music now.
You are in a long hallway lined with statues. Though it isn't the one that you've been in before. It's not the one downstairs, as you've sort of confused yourself in the layout of the castle. You're certain you've been here before, but they aren't knights. They're different statues of people holding each other, looking at each other, many of them broken. And there's a hole in the roof here that streams in light. Across the middle of the hallway, you can see morning has come. Vladimir is gone.
Is there anything at the end of the road from them?
You see a set very large doors.
Is there anything behind me?
Yes, as you look out behind you, you actually see the chapel. You are above the chapel.
Oh, okay.
You know that you came up a set of stairs off to the left to get up to this mezzanine.
I'd like to walk forward through the hallway towards the big door.
You do that, go ahead and move. And roll for perception.
Oh,
you see him. Psst. Yeah. Back here.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It is Van Richten. He's behind a statue. See, looks through a small hole where the other statue's arm is raised. You can see just a little bit of his face. It's caked in blood. As you peer around that statue, you see his ear. It's been shaved off. There's a large cut just beneath his hairline. It seeps blood that is mostly dried, but is still wet and oozing at the top, down the whole right side of his face. Get out of the hallway.
Why?
Get out of the hallway. He's coming.
He's coming.
Get out of the hallway. Rillirn, please.
For what? Who is coming?
He goes and kind of leans forward on the statue, grabs you with his hand, and pulls you back against the wall with him. Do you fight him?
Yeah, I fight it.
Okay.
Yeah,
roll
strength?
Yeah,
Or-
strength.
Okay. Shoot. That's what it is then. Oh, well, of course. 4.
4?
I'm a wizard. Just makes sense.
That happens.
Yeah. He pulls you back and goes and puts a hand on you.
Who is coming?
Dean. He's been chasing me through the castle.
Oh,
You didn't go to the cellar, did you?
no.
Good. If Anna overheard whatever she overheard, she overheard that.
Can I move his hand off of me?
Yeah, he kind of goes limp down to his side. He's very weak, you can tell even by the way he pulled you and went off kilter. So he stands there sort of against the hall, just be quiet. Maybe he'll pass by, but he knows this place too well. You don't have that map, do you?
No.
Yeah,
Amadeus has. I'd like to. Can I stealthily start scooting away from him?
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
13.
13? Okay. Yeah, he continues just to talk. He goes, there's no way that I make my way to the towers, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let this trip be for nothing. He goes and looks down at his satchel. You actually think he might not be able to see you out of his right eye. If it's the blood, if he was hit, something happened. But so he looks down to his satchel.
What do you have?
I'll show you. He lifts it out. It too smeared in pink blood. A little platinum statue of a priest kneeling. You recognize it as the icon that Strahd had shown you and set on the table. I don't know what it is, but it's holy, whatever it is.
Can I mage hand it out of his hand?
Yeah.
I do that. Do I need to do
You do that and stuff's like, what are you doing? Oh shit, quiet, quiet. You hear the scraping footsteps coming down these hallways. Came up the stairs, and now, rather slowly, click-clacking of boots as it progresses closer and closer and closer. What do you do?
How far away am I from Benrick?
You are right
At
next
this
to him.
point, I'm still right next to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
I would like to use. Are there any rocks on the ground nearby?
You're looking down. This figure is almost to you. Yes, there's rubble.
I just let it happen.
As that scraping comes closer and closer, you're looking down, you find a set of rocks and rubble from the roof that's caved in. You look at it. Are you holding that, or is it floating still in the
It's
air?
floating. I don't
Okay,
know.
it's floating. As it floats there, you're careful not to let it touch you for the warning that Strahd gave you, that if you touched it, you would surely die. When... Is that you? What the hell? She goes, Rillirn! It's Esmeralda.
Okay.
What are you doing? Hurry, we have to get out of here.
How did you get here? When did you get here?
I followed him. Bastard. Didn't make it easy. Come on.
I still have stuff here to do. I'm with Anna here.
What do you mean?
Strahd invited us to dinner.
I'm aware of that, but what do you mean? Let's go.
Anna is still here. I have to stay
She can
with
take
her.
care of herself. I know what she is, who she is to him. She'll be fine. Let's go. He's in danger. We're in danger. Rahadin isn't far behind.
He isn't? Great. You're all here.
Conjure them. We don't have time for this. Let's go.
Here, take this statue. I'd like to mage hand it over to her.
She grabs it out of the...
Van Richten had it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you doing? Come on.
I'm staying
Grab
here.
him, let's go.
There's more to be explored here. I need to stay here.
I need your help.
What do you need my help for?
I can't carry him alone. We have to leave now.
Would I know the way back? Or the way, like, out of the castle?
How would you
from
guess
here?
to get out of here?
Guess
Your sword.
through here, downstairs, and then follow the hallway out, and then it's basically a straight shot from there.
You came up a set of stairs that did not end in the chapel. For some reason, the stairs you came up through the left-hand side didn't lead you down to the chapel. There is a set of stairs to the right-hand side. You might be able to try.
Do those stairs to the right lead down out of the chapel, to the chapel?
Maybe? I don't know.
How did you even get here?
We came up through the catacombs.
Oh my god. Okay.
He doesn't have a map.
Shut up, Jordan. Fine. As long as we're not found, whatever. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the hope. Let's go. Okay. You grab him?
Yes, I help grab him.
Okay. She takes the other side of him, and he's limping very, very badly. His legs almost don't seem to work as he's sort of being dragged heel and toe down this hallway.
Do you have your carriage outside? Is that how we're escaping then?
Yes, it's outside.
Alright. Can you run ahead and get it ready? I will bring him myself. I can do it. Trust
Okay,
me.
wait. Sorry, which way are you going? Are you going that way?
We're going this way, back towards
Okay.
the chapel, to where the staircases are.
Okay. As you proceed that direction, you hear the faintest playing of a flute.
Okay, I have to get out of here. Let me take him. You run, go get the carriage. Trust me.
Roll for persuasion.
15.
Pretty good.
Okay. Okay. Do you know the way out?
No, but I have a plan.
Okay, follow me. God. She turns around and runs down this hallway as quietly as she can, jumping over the click-clack of her feet as they go, and she finally comes up against this door here and she shoves it open. It's the throne room. There's a set of stairs. Come on.
I have a plan. I'm going to go out the ceiling. I'll meet you
She
outside.
turns around.
Trust me.
Are you okay? Peachy, dear. She runs down the hallway. You hear her feet anticipating.
I'd like to lay him down.
You lay him down. It's like, you gotta warn me first.
Fenric, you become somewhat of a pain to me.
Pain.
Arrogant, rude, and
hitting it?
Yeah.
He continues to laugh. Okay, roll the hit.
14.
Yeah, you do. And just, his head reams back, cracking against the stone. You continue to hit,
Yeah.
wailing on him.
I'd like to at some point like just grab his head.
Okay, you do that.
Pivotal moment. Inspiration.
As you start wailing on him, you hear those footsteps and you see the faintest shadow coming from down that hallway there. But as you just you latch onto his head. Go ahead and roll for me.
Do I get any bonuses from this, or am I just using like strength?
Intelligence. No, charisma.
I'm going to cast Chronal Shift.
Okay.
Smart.
Oh my good lord.
You have 2 inspiration points.
I'm going to use 1 inspiration point.
Okay.
Gosh.
Oh my god.
Are you
What'd you
kidding me? 5!
Yeah, you're just wailing on
Yeah.
him.
Oh, it's 7 technically. That's probably
Drool coming out of your mouth as you kind of just lost it. Just,
Then
you find yourself almost just overcome with emotion, and you just see yourself wailing on his face, just pounding him, his head knocking back as his laughter sort of stopped and turned to coughs until it goes silent, and his head continues to bounce off that stone as you punch it, your knuckles bloody, and there standing above you, just watching is Rahadi.
He's just standing there. Where can I? Could you put where he is, just so I know? Is he 20 feet away?
No, he's like 5 feet away.
Oh, he's right
He's like
there.
3 feet away. He's standing above you watching this happen. If you look up at him,
Yeah, I glance over.
yeah, you see him just smiling, looking down at you.
Okay, so I'd like to use Mage Hand to kind of push him back a little bit.
Okay.
How far could I get away with pushing him back with Mage Hand?
It can only push 10 pounds. So
Right,
you can
okay.
kind of like
I'd like to just shove him back.
Okay, you shove him, roll for strength.
Come on, let it happen, Ronnie. Let it happen.
You get inspiration. You only have.
Okay, I'd like to Chronal Shift this one
Okay.
as well. Gosh,
Come
both of
on.
them already.
Oh,
a 20.
Next one.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. There it is.
What do you do?
Alright, so I'm gonna push him back from me as far as I can. And then I'm gonna cast Fly on myself. Fly about 20 feet in the air and cast Fireball on Manric.
Okay. How hard did you push him?
I rolled a 20, so I'm pushing him
Okay.
hopefully at least 20 feet back.
I'm gonna say you
The hook.
pushed him. Yeah, no.
That's fine if it's not. I don't care. It's his problem.
He's in the way.
Okay. You push him and he goes back maybe 7 feet as he just sort of he falls over himself and trips on some of the rubble there on the ground. That's wrong. As he trips there on the ground, yeah, you immediately fly skyward. As you do, soaring up above him, Van Richten, his face barely conscious, as you see one single blue eye peering out from caked blood. Describe how you do it.
Oh. Alright, so I'm gonna raise up my. Do I have a cape? No. Dang it. That would have made it so
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Superman.
My like skirt thing is like flowing.
That's
The tail of your cloak.
The tail. Oh yeah, the tail of my
The tail
cloak.
of
That's
your
what it is.
jacket, yes,
Yeah,
okay.
the tail of my jacket is flowing in the wind as I rise up. Energy swirling around me as I prepare this fireball, just like Glimfin's used to look like, but much bigger. And I gather this ball and hug it down at the ground right at Van Richten.
Okay. What's your range on that fireball? What is
Fireball has 150
that? Sorry,
foot
not range. What's your
Oh, the AoE?
yeah.
20 feet. in each direction.
In each direction. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. As you cast this orb of flame emits from your hands, and it doesn't go so far as it erupts on the ground, engulfing everything in an overwhelming swell of heat. You are launched from this gaping hole in the roof, going spinning out. And the last image that you see is it completely eviscerating and filling that hallway as far as you can see in either direction as it blasts like a furnace. How much damage does that deal?
Ooh, that's 8d6 on a failed save. It's a dex save.
8d6.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
It's 5, 8, 13, 16, 24, 30, 33, 38.
38. Okay. What's your spell save? that I gotta do?
It is a 15.
15. Okay. And it's half damage?
Half damage if they succeed.
So how much damage did you do?
I did 38, so that would be
Okay.
9. No,
Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah.
15.
It's
19. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I was right.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. So
Succeed.
you stop peeking.
Hey.
You come flying out of that hole in the roof, soaring up over the castle. You go spinning, landing on this curved part of roof. Your cloak singed as you go rolling now down the side of the roof.
I still have flight cast, so I'd like to catch
You do?
myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
that lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll let you just catch yourself as you go rolling off that side of the roof from the blast of it itself. The heat sort of through you. As you fall off the corner of that building, you catch yourself in the air. Describe what you do. You're now flying over part of the castle.
I'd like to just float down to the ground.
Okay. You do that, soaring between these massive parapet walls until you eventually come down to the courtyard. You're off to the right-hand side of the castle. If you were looking out from it, out of the road that you came.
Okay.
What do you do? You're now standing there. There's no one around. Nothing you can see. It's daytime. The earliest moments of dawn have come.
Do I know where her room is?
You do. Inside the castle. Where would you go to look? Let me show you
Okay.
a picture.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Let me just look.
I don't understand.
Okay. You are looking.
Okay, so I'm over
You're
here?
over here.
Oh, so
on
the
this
left
side of the
side.
castle. Yeah.
Oh, wait. So
You're at the northwest
okay.
of the castle. So here's the front.
Oh, that's the front, and then so I am over here then.
You're over on this side.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Because that's the front.
Okay, I see.
I can have you just roll for insight if you would like.
Yeah. That'd be great. It's not. Yeah. What? Oh my god, I thought that was a 1. It's a 7.
Okay.
Plus 10, so 10.
You know, if you were to look dead on at the castle, that the dining room would be somewhere off to the right as you walked in and went to the right, and that staircase would have led you up one of these towers here. You're certain it isn't the highest tower, so you presume that it would probably be somewhere in this tower here.
Since fly lasts 10 minutes, would I have enough time to fly all the way up to the top of
Go ahead
that
and
tower?
roll for dexterity.
12.
12? Yeah, with the 12, you fly up towards that tower. You feel it sort of wearing off as you've caught your bearings and begin to make your way over towards it. But there, you're able to actually land up on the rooftop. Looking at that tower, you recognize the bay windows of the room that you would have stayed in, the room that Amadeus left out. The window's still open.
I'd like to go to that room then.
Okay. You do that. As you pass them, you see gargoyles perched on the rooftops.
I'd like to
Where's
look.
your figure?
Right over there.
There's one perched here, one here.
They're all looking away from me though.
They were.
I look down.
As you passed, you had some sort of notion that one was looking at you.
I close my eyes actually.
You close your eyes, standing
Yeah.
on the roof.
No, I keep walking. Never mind.
Okay. You continue walking kind of up and down these slants. This room is elevated above the roof line by about 15 feet. By the time you've reached it, your flight spell is worn out.
Fair enough. Oh, I cast floating disc. I step onto it, and it gets me 20 feet off the ground.
Yeah. You step onto that, and it raises you right up to window level as you step then inside the room. There, you see the table and a set of beds, or a set of day beds on either side. Bookshelves line this wall here. No Amadeus in sight.
I dismiss it and go to try and find Anna's room from here.
You remember
You
you
were
exited
from-
this hall,
Oh,
came
yeah.
down these stairs. After winding a moment, you eventually come to the staircase. A small landing down the staircase. Here, you remember her door being. Do you just open it? What do you do?
I knock.
You do not hear it.
Continuously.
No one comes to the door.
Doorbell.
Ding dong.
No one comes to the door.
Oh, it even worked. She didn't hear that. And Tatiana, anyone, please. No one still?
No one.
I bust the door open. Kick it.
Okay.
You always
Roll for strength.
Oh shoot. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, 10?
Wait, is it just open?
I don't know. I
You
got a
try
10.
if it's open.
10. Sorry.
That's not the point. I'll
A
mend
10, no.
10? No. I try opening the door. Normally.
You find it locked.
Okay. I cast True Strike on the door and then try to hit it again.
Okay. Are you trying to hit it with just your fist, your foot?
Oh, I'd like to use my staff, actually.
Okay.
That would be smarter.
Okay. Yeah, roll.
Sweet. Alright, so that's 16, but I get advantage. Because I got True Strike on it. Pointless though. So 16.
16. With the 16, yeah, you kick it and the whole thing kind of buckles. Wood is sort of splintered, but it's still not opening for you. The lock is fixed.
From the inside?
Yeah.
No. That I'm sure. It's not locked from the outside.
weird.
Oof. That's tough.
Hey, you gotta check.
I tried just knocking again. Hello?
You get no answer. You stand there outside. You begin to hear a footstep coming up the stairs. It's quiet.
Can I roll for insight to see who it might be?
Okay.
Oh, thank God, it's a 7. 10. Dude, that's caught me every
It could be
single
anyone. It could be Rahadin.
Okay. Hello?
You hear that footsteps coming closer. It's limping, whatever it is.
Oh, good.
And I'm not hearing
Footsteps
anything.
come hard. No.
I let it come up.
Eventually, the footsteps grow louder and louder until finally, Cyrus Bellevue comes up the stairs.
Are you knocking hard on that door? She's asleep.
Oh, she's asleep. I mean,
So leave her asleep.
oh,
No.
all right.
It's rude to keep knocking.
I'm sorry if I've disturbed you with that, Cyrus. My apologies.
It's not about disturbing me. I'm just a help. It's about disturbing those at rest. And if she's at rest, there'll be no disturbances.
Well, I had some information I really needed to share with her, so it's very important.
Well, that's beyond me then.
He starts going back down the stairs.
Just quiet down.
Do you know any way to open these doors? Could you maybe help? Maybe you give it a knock?
Do I know a way to open the doors?
If they're locked.
He holds up a ring of keys.
I
Yes.
hand it out of his hand.
You okay? Roll for strength.
19.
Wow.
19. Yeah. You snatch it.
Oh, get those back!
He goes kind of storming up. You notice his duck foot is kind of flopping there.
Get that back!
I'd like to cast Charm Person on him.
Okay.
That is a... Is it a charisma? Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Wisdom
Okay.
for 15.
Gotcha. Ooh, yeah, he just barely succeeds.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Have you pulling no magic tricks on me? Give those back.
he goes and tries to grab them from behind your hand.
I hold them up high.
Okay.
That's messed up.
You do that?
Will you open the door for me then?
And disturb a lady at rest
Yes.
in her chambers.
Yes.
Do you know if she's decent?
Sorry.
Luke shadow room. Just kidding.
It matters not. If she is not decent, I will merely close my eyes. A simple fix. Please. Open.
Roll for persuasion.
Okay. 10.
He looks at you a moment.
It wasn't me what let you in.
Of course not. I let myself in down there by the door. It's a little damaged now, so.
I'm coming with.
He goes to take the keys from you.
Fine.
Fine, it is. Fine. I'll here all night. You know how many keys I have? I'd be here for all day and night for the next 14 years.
Do you not have them labeled? Do you not have them labeled?
If I were to label them, then every dink as you would come in here and steal my keys. Let me see here.
Maybe don't make them as easy to steal then.
14, 14. Yes. Right.
He goes and opens it.
You jam the lock.
The whole thing shifts as you've sort of busted in part of the door.
Oh.
It opens though.
It does.
Alright, I push past him and go through the door.
Okay, he follows you, and you enter this dining room here.
I would also like to cast mending on the door as I'm walking through it.
You do that, and you
Yeah.
kind of turns. Oh, fancy tricks then. So you kind of come this way. You enter what seems to be the library or the kind of waiting area. Until finally you come through that last door that you know to be her bedroom. You open it up, and there you see her. Just pilfering your house. Oh my gosh! We just got that.
Well, it's ours now.
You see her asleep in her bed. The curtains pulled.
See, she's sleeping. Just leave her be.
She's going to want to hear this. I go over and start shaking her, trying to wake her up. Tatiana, please, wake up.
You see Cyrus just kind of get smaller.
Oh, not good.
Um,
I'll just wait in here. Just don't do nothing. Oh.
Of course not.
he goes and closes the door behind him, but you can tell, like, by the he's right on the other side of the door. Go ahead and roll for Constitution.
Please,
I know. I always. 11. Oh,
Just
mine
have
is
one.
+5. So
Son
16.
of a-
Oh, look at that.
Jeez.
She is fast asleep.
Just a bucket of water. There's probably something laying around.
You pick her up and shake her, and she seems to be in some sort of trance.
I slap her. I was just thinking that.
Okay.
I tried just hitting her.
Yeah. Roll the hit.
Okay. Oh, good. 5?
5. Okay. You do so a little bit gingerly, as just everything that's happened just it wasn't nearly hard enough. Still, it makes enough of a noise that you hear the door kind of like, what?
I was just hitting my arm. I'm sorry. Just making sure my arms are good.
Don't just use some magic or something. Wake her up.
Yes. Like what? What would you suggest?
Yeah, I'm not the one with magic.
Suggest.
Who's the
I don't know if that works while you're asleep.
About to find out.
We are about to find out. I cast suggestion on her
Okay.
with the simple command "wake up."
Okay.
If it works.
Yeah. Does she have this DC she has to pass?
Yes, it is her wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Okay. Roll for it.
That's your low one, right?
What?
Yeah, she's the dumbest person here.
What?
That'd be intelligence.
Oh, sorry.
So my wisdom?
Yeah, your
my
wisdom.
is -1, yes.
Oh, perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
wait, her intelligence is also -1, so she's still.
That's something important right now, though.
9.
All right.
Easy. You
Yeah.
fail. You
You
wake
fail.
up. Please.
You see her eyes sort of one open before the other as she sort of, they're both open, staring up at the ceiling past you, through you, and she's still not there, but she finally blinks and blinks again. Her eyes come to focus, and you see there Rillirn.
I'm gonna say before, like, say the one in Wakanda, like, being
Oh.
stressed. But I wake up. Relearn.
Hello.
Quite.
Start over.
Yeah, hey.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh.
Relearn.
Finally, took you long enough.
I was having just some dreams. Very, very weird. Are you okay? You look you're a
Oh,
little
yes,
singed.
quite. I cast mending on my clothes. I ran into Van Richten.
You ran into it, and then I like get up out of the bed. Am I in my undergarments? Or, like,
You're in a nightgown, yeah.
okay, whatever.
I ran into him.
Oh, just
Oh.
is there a robe?
You hear the door kind of close just behind it.
Is there a robe in the closet? Would I see it?
Yeah, there is.
I just go and grab it and put it on. I'm good.
Stop peeking.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes, she grabbed her robe.
I ran into him. I was above the
He was
chapel.
still alive.
No, he's very much still alive, but just barely. Oh, God, and I ran into Esmeralda too. Apparently she followed Van Richten. Esmeralda.
I almost
Oh.
forgotten about her.
Oh my God. She's probably still in here somewhere. I don't want anything to happen to her, but she was there trying to help Van Richten. I told her to go ahead. Oh. I started punching him, digging into Van Richten.
He has a very punchable face.
Very. And Rahadim walked in behind me, and just, I felt everything just coursing through my veins, all the rage and all everything wrong that's happened. I just felt fueled into this moment. And I pushed Rahadim back, and I flew up in the air, and I burned Van Richten.
To death. Are you sure? Is he?
I don't know for sure, but it was an incredible feeling. Just burning his body to a crisp. And I was propelled backwards by the explosion of the fireball, and I felt I had to come and tell you about it, and I have no idea what to do now. Other than I want to go to Vallaki.
Actually, would like to go too.
Really?
Yes. I do.
I also do want to talk to Strahd at some point before we leave.
Yes, definitely. He had some matters he said that he had to attend to, but I mean, that sounds. He had it coming. That's for sure. I'm glad it was you.
Me as well. I am only worried about the fact that Rahadim was in there as well.
He probably is fine.
Probably. Not like I don't want to do it to him. I really.
What?
But
You want to kill him? Rahadim.
yes.
Why?
He's in the way. But
How's that?
I just see him as more of an obstacle. He's in the way of proper growth.
I see.
But I'm not going to do anything, as I do not want to anger Strahd in any way. I want to very much be on his good side.
Well, I mean, we could say something, and also, I mean, if you need any help, I'm not really fond of him either.
He is quite annoying. Quite a dick. So, yes. That's what's happened.
I'm glad you told me.
Feels good. Feels very good.
You look well. You look better than you have in a long time, I think.
I feel different. It's good, though.
Good different.
Yes.
I can see it on your face as well.
Good. Excellent.
It suits you.
Thank you.
Whatever this is.
We'll have to experience.
Should we go
See what's happening. Check on
to
that.
make sure the job is done? Van Richten. What if he's still alive?
Oh, that is true. I guess perhaps.
Was he? I mean, did
He
he
was-
say anything to you?
He had a idol that Strahd had showed me earlier. I think he brought it out to the dinner table at some point.
Was it? Do I remember it sitting on the table?
You do.
I did remember seeing it. Did it have any significance as to why he would have it?
Not why he would have it, but if I touch it, supposedly I will instantly die. So I've been very careful to stay away from it.
No.
But
Instantly die.
He did give it to Esmeralda, so it is most likely leaving the castle.
Still a possession like that out there. That could potentially kill you. That definitely doesn't seem like something you want elsewhere. It seems like something you would want.
Yes, but I don't want to harm Esmeralda.
No.
I would like to get it back.
She has done nothing wrong.
No. She's been very helpful.
And she's not really been in the way as well.
Exactly. So,
Should we check? Or just, we could rest? If you
let's check. I would like to check now that you mentioned it, actually.
Alright, let me just change really quick. And I'm done
Of
with
course. I walk out the door.
Okay. You do that. And you see Cyrus kind of standing there.
Sir,
Yes?
shall I escort you downstairs?
We will wait for Tatiana and then we will. I would love an escort for both of us.
Of course, sir. Of course.
And you will mention this to no one, correct?
Sorry, sir, my hearing's not so good. What?
Very well.
Very well. I shall wait at the door, sir.
He goes and kind of proceeds forward. And now, we will go back to Amadeus.
Finally get my floor fixed. Actually, I'm excited Rillirn's finally coming to watch me.
You just fixed this for free.
I don't need to pay those guys. Yeah, get rid of my spell, please.
You later visited the alchemist. Communication was difficult, but after some time trying to converse, he told you it's strange, but it seems like it has human remains.
Do it. Who called it from the very beginning?
What?
He asked you over and over again if you made this pie. Yes.
I need it.
Oh my god.
No, I did not. It was the old lady who brings her pies in to here every day.
He nods as if understanding, but writes again, but did you make it? And passes it back to you.
No, I did not make the pie.
It goes on continually like that, where he's very confused that it's the pie lady made this pie, but it's got human remains in it.
Her name's Morgantha. She is a hag. Has killed many children, and I'm sure used in many of her pies, probably all of them. And these people out here eat it.
You run through a whole lot of parchment. There's piles of it kind of scrapped up off to the side. He goes and takes it. He looks offended at the notion of it.
You don't believe me. Why not?
She makes good pies.
I see. Well, you've done all you could, so. Thank you.
He goes and fishes for a tin and kind of holds it out to you.
A tin.
Yeah, a tin, a plate.
gonna take the plates? What do you want pie? Money? How much do you want? 50? 5. 5 what? Here, I'll just pull a silver. It's silver?
Go. Go.
I give you some silver, that's it.
Don't go.
No.
You got
You did not tell
You
me
think, huh?
that this would cost money before I came in.
It's big. Oh. No.
He goes and picks up a broom and starts to.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, get her free.
Yeah, but you're never going back.
He kind of
there again.
slams the door behind you.
That was the only use I had for it.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
Um,
pies.
That's true.
No, like this poor
You left there, proceeded back to your home for the evening. You got there, you had dinner with Lenore. She's happy to see you there. Nothing seemed to come up that she brought up of your dilemma. And in the moment, you almost didn't care to talk about it. Because for the first time, you're having a nice dinner, a nice normal life. You proceed to bed, wake up the next morning, and eventually go off to guard duty. There's all sorts of talking again. Some hear of the festival, things that are going on. Many of them are, oh, I don't know, I just think it's an odd sign that the Baron had all these festivals, and the first thing that Lady Rocta says is no more festivals, but what is she doing? It's another damn festival. It's what I don't know. They're kind of just talking amongst each other. But then you hear kind of footsteps come up and go,
There's been a murder. Someone's dead. Old Baker from 4th Street. Strung out. There's not much left, sir. You have to come quick.
I'll rush with them.
Come quickly. A lot of you, come on.
he goes and kind of streams out, and there's more men kind of hurling. Like, what? They jog down the street after you. Eventually you make it over to 4th, sort of towards the center of town. You walk then up to the small baker shop, and there you see a half-eaten leg, gnawed and chewed, is strewn out in the street, and it's a spattering of blood. The door opened. There's blood smeared across the wall and across the frame of the door. Inside the house is just a black hole, no lights on. It's still earlier in the morning. The guards that came with you kind of stop, and there's actually a man, one of the guards in uniform, standing there already.
I left it right where it was. I didn't know what to do.
Did you discover it this morning?
Yes, sir, just moments ago.
Can I go inspect the body? Or inspect whatever's there?
You go forward. The young man, maybe 21, he looks very sick in the look of it. He's just kind of pale, almost green. Just
Is it the guard or
the guard.
Now you want to tell him, hey, just take a seat back, go over there. take some-
Yes, sir. He goes and kind of takes a few steps further away and leans up against a building and goes down into a fetal position, reverting to childlike stance as he goes and hugs his knees there. As you go up and look at it, you see Clearly, some sort of animal must have done this. There's chew marks. It's too large for a wolf, but it doesn't look the same as a bear. The bone is cracked, split. It's as if one sharp bite broke it in two.
Do I have like some sort of, I guess, beast?
Yeah.
Could I roll to see if I recall any information about any of them?
Go
Do I
for
have a favorite enemy?
Yeah.
That was terrible. That's 5.
5. With a 5, you're certain that it was an animal. No man could have done this. And by the spray of it, it must have been big.
You said it was the baker?
Yes, sir. Old baker.
Get the body cleaned up. Get it out of here. I don't want it on the streets.
There's not much left of a body.
A kit? What is on here? Whatever it is, get rid of it.
There's more. Inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Get rid of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, over here.
I'll be back.
See a man kind of come out with a burlap sack. Just kind of gingerly. That's the bag over the leg and cinches it closed. Where do you go?
Lady Waters.
Okay. You walk through the streets, heading to Lady Voctor's house. There, the door is closed this time. Do you knock or what do you do?
No, I walk in.
Okay. You step in inside and you actually surprise someone who goes, oh, what
Sorry.
are you doing in here? This is private residence.
Head guard, I need to talk to Lady Voctor.
Have you made an appointment?
No, I need to talk to her. I'm a friend.
All right. She sort of steps in front of you. Well, Lady Voctor's busy right now.
It's important business that I cannot wait.
Let me go fetch it for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Watch him, please. She goes and steps forward, turns around halfway through the hallway, goes up the stairs. Not too long later, Lady Voctor sort of comes down. Amadeus.
Sorry to interrupt whatever you're doing. We have a dead body.
You do.
Yes, ripped to shreds.
Eventful.
Yep. You still want to leave these gates open at night? I'm sorry, but that's just not a good idea to me. I understand you want it to be more open, and I'm okay with that during the day. But at night, we need to close the gates and lock them.
All right.
Do you have any idea what could have done this? A werewolf, maybe? I mean, it's been bitten, clawed, and the guy with the shreds and with the baker.
Your guess is as good as mine, but if you want to close the gates, we'll close the gates. You are the head of the guard. I leave it up to you. It is your responsibility. Do as you wish. I trust you.
That's all I needed to hear. Thank you.
Certainly. Never mind. Just,
No, what is it?
it is custom not to barge in on a lady. She's quite upset.
I apologize, but it was pretty important.
Niceties is all we have left. Come, young man. Head of the guard, I expect better. Now, I'll be off. Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. But some guards are not. Figure it out.
I'm sure you will. Well, she goes and continues walking back up the stairs.
Give me a cheesesteak.
What do you do?
Go back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah. By the time that you get to the crime scene,
Yeah.
there are
Pull the cigar
quite a
out.
few people already walking about. There seem to be many just average townsfolk kind of peering in, looking at it. Look, Mom! She puts her hand in front of it. Yes, come dear. There's just a pool of blood laying there in the cobbles.
I like to go inside.
You do that and you find several other guards in there kind of milling about, poking things with the ends of their swords and kind of.
What are we doing?
Oh, just inspecting, see if we lost any other parts of it.
I'll take care of the rest. You guys go guard the gates.
Right, well, we found a few fingers here. Seems he put up a fight. Goes and takes out another small bag. Drops them in your hand. Screws them upstairs.
I'll check it out. You guys don't worry about it.
You proceed up the staircase. Go ahead and roll for. Let's go investigation. 17. As you continue walking up the stairs, you see a pitter-patter of blood, and then something catches your eye. Faintest bit of movement. Fur. Blown just by the gust of air as you walked past it. It moved. You see it there, stuck in a splinter of the banister. Gray, long hair.
Do I have any idea what it might be?
Yeah, well, how would you investigate that?
I'm gonna grab it and feel it.
Do you feel it?
Smell it.
Somewhat coarse. It's like similar to a dog, but it's unmistakable. It smells like wolf. The texture, the smell. You continue upstairs.
Yes.
So you do. You see this sort of scraping in the banister as you trail your hand along it. Your fingers touch the gouges. Claw marks. A wolf that used a banister. There's a spattering of blood smeared. Maybe the man grabbed it, you think, but those gouges there, clearly claw marks. You proceed forward and come to the room. The gray light that shined through that window there seems to light the room aglow in red. This blood almost painted across the walls. You don't know why the leg was downstairs, but he was eaten here. You see only bits of bone that might have been gnawed on and hacked up. You see entrails and organs that were left aside, some of them split open. The smell is awful. The flies have already come. You hear that faint buzzing in the room. The room is torn apart. You see large gouges in the wall. The window busted out. No, busted in. There's glass inside.
This is the top floor, right?
It is, second story.
I'm gonna clean up the rest of the blood. Will still be there, but any body parts under that.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you quite a bit of time. Several hours pass. You find yourself, your sleeves rolled up, your knees and pant legs caked in blood, your shoes slippery. You fell once, and the side of you is covered in blood. No one came to disturb you, although at one point you did hear another pair of guards talking downstairs. You thought you heard someone coming up the stairs a moment, and then turn around halfway and decide not to. They went back down, continued to talk, the two of them. By the time you're finished, it's evening. Caked in blood, you have several bags just filled with parts, pieces. You continue to walk out of that room.
Those have the bag of parts.
Yeah.
Is there a guard nearby?
There is. There's two of them sort of standing at the door. They look up at you.
Take
Sir?
care of this, please.
What's that?
I don't know. burn it, do something with it. I don't want it.
Certainly. What do we do with, well, what do we do about the house?
We'll figure that out tomorrow. There's not much we can do about it tonight.
I hear you didn't have any kin to give it to. Suppose Lady Voctor would like the deed. Perhaps we search for it in the house.
Of course. Bring it to me once you have it, though.
Yes, sir. Right. All right. Check that room. I'm not checking the room. You check the room.
Just check the room. It's not that scary.
Yes, sir. Right away. When as they're walking up the stairs, it's getting late. It's gonna be dark soon. It's just find it, right? You continue to leave the house. Where do you go?
Let me go back home real quick.
Okay. You do that. When you get there, Lenore.
Give me my pet back.
By the time you get to the house, it's nearly dusk. I have all the pieces of this. You get to the house. Open the door. Coming home. And there, seated at your table, is Lord Strahd von Zarovich. Ah, the husband. Welcome home. You see
Did
Lenore.
not see my note I left on my bed?
I'm sorry you left a note.
I did. I said I'd be back in a few days.
Well, I did not wish to bother you much more. You have a lovely home and a lovely wife.
Thank you. I know.
Join us, please. He's there seated, sort of leaned back in a chair.
Exactly why are you here right now? I mean, I can assume. I kind of ask anyway.
Well, I suppose you have mentioned this to your wife.
Yes.
Very good. Truth, honesty. It is important.
I agree.
Well then, I would like to once again offer this proposition. The time I thought we might have seems to be expended rather quickly.
What do you mean?
I don't know if you had the chance to speak with your sister.
No, I haven't seen her since then.
Well, after dinner, I took the liberty of proposing to
I figured it was something.
her. The wedding is to be next week.
Okay. And do you need this by next week? For some reason?
Don't buy next week. I would care to have it tonight.
Why so soon?
Does it matter to you?
I'm just curious why you're so worried about it.
The threads of fate are so kind to some and to others they are not. To you, Amadeus, I see this wonderful life that you have made, and I think this man is a friend of fate. Me, I am no such friend.
I will not come to you again if your answer is no. Your answer is no. But my time is expended. I need to know. What is your answer?
No.
He stands. My lady, have a wonderful evening.
Me too.
He proceeds to the door, pauses there a moment, opens it, and leaves. The door closes shortly behind him.
Well, did you let him in?
I don't know, I don't remember.
Of course you don't.
I don't.
I'm not blaming you. Oh, please. Well, he seems to think we don't have a deal with him anymore.
Are we safe here?
I don't know. I'd imagine not. He seems...
There is nowhere we're safe.
I feel more safe with this by my side than without it. He seems worried. I don't know why in such a hurry. I had no plans. Figured he'd give me more time.
It was strange. I don't know. I can't recall much before you stepped in, but I don't know. He seemed very much on edge.
I think we should go to Bargain Lost and meet up with everybody and talk about this. It's good to have as much safety around as possible.
Can you do that with your job?
They can take care of themselves. I'm not too worried, although I did have a guy die today, but not to leave that out.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Rip the shreds. I don't know if it was a werewolf or a regular wolf. Actually, it couldn't be a regular wolf. There's no way. Broken through the top window. The second floor and killed Baker. He was ripped to shreds.
Amadeus, it is. There is a group of lycanthropes, werewolves. They never come to Vallaki though. They stay in the woods, they prey on hunters. I don't know why they might come here, but
Could one be controlled?
how so?
I don't know, as a pet.
A pet. He is a man, though he might have the inclination to think he is not. No, they are people just the same as we are.
Well, I don't understand if they're always hunting in the forest. Why this one guy?
I don't
Doesn't
know.
make any sense.
Maybe the town is open, maybe they see it as a weakness, but I don't know. It's dangerous.
We should leave tomorrow.
Okay.
As soon as we can.
Okay.
Pack some things.
You see her there, just kind of sitting, her answers getting shorter, clearly distressed at all that's happened. She She looks down, just kind of staring at the table. I just don't remember him walking in.
I have to go for a little bit. I'll be back. I'm just gonna make sure the gates are locked and scout the area around.
Okay. I'll pack. She goes up to the door. Get out of here.
Just knock him over.
She goes up to the door of your bedroom, comes to it, and then opens it, peeking in first before proceeding to the room. She goes and you see her pick up one of the oil lamps, continues to light it before going to a dresser. You leave?
Yes.
Where do you go?
Alright, I'm gonna check the gates.
You make your rounds, and as you're coming to the west gate, there you actually see a pair of guards. And they're not on the tower as they should be. They're not high up on the palisade. They're down in the open gate, looking at the ground. One of them kind of draws a line with his finger.
Can I walk up to him?
Yeah, you do, and so
What seems to be going on? Why is the gate not locked?
something came through this way.
When?
Was
This
it
is why
my
I have
shift?
guards posted up on towers, so I'm confused as to how something could come through.
It wasn't my shift.
Okay.
It was Reynolds' shift. He might have taken a leak halfway through. Who knows? But whatever it was, it came this way. Look, see those scrape marks there?
I see it. Leave it alone. I'll take care of it. Close the gate. I'm gonna follow the trail.
Right then, lock you out. So
Am I outside?
it leads out the gate.
Okay. Yes, I will come back, but yes, lock the gate. I'll find my way in. I have a key.
You would, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right. You sure you don't want one of us to come with?
No,
Right.
you're probably safer over there.
Yes, sir. Yes. He goes and continues to kind of close the gate. So kind of you see him like tap him on the arm when he asks that. He's like,
You guys go follow it.
proceed out into the woods.
I'm gonna find a good spot to.
Into the woods. Sorry, out into the road.
Yes.
Find a good spot.
I'm gonna find a good spot. Turn to Ravenward. Obviously,
Okay.
you can't see me.
You proceed out further, and right there is where we're gonna take a break.
Ka-chow.
Ciao.
Gotta put on the mask.
Yeah, I didn't bring my mask.